This is the time when we're looking at prime. So if you're looking for a 4K webcam compact system with a lot of features at an amazing price, you might want to check this out. This is the Insta360 Link 2C. Let's go. Now, first, let me say thank you to Insta360 for sending this out to me to do a review on my thoughts on my own. Wait up, you're going to want to hear this. Insta360 told me to tell y'all they going to give you a crazy discount, $99.99 for Prime. I'm telling you, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how long they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. I'm telling you, that one penny can make a difference sometimes. You feel me? All right, let's get back to it. Let's go. Now, the first thing you notice is that the Link 2C has a clean, compact design. Now, the Link 2C doesn't have a motorized gimbal like the original Link, so it stays fixed in place, which for me is perfectly fine, especially if you're sitting at a desk, recording videos, live streaming, or taking meetings. The magnetic mount snaps onto your monitor securely, and on the bottom you get a 1/4-20 thread so you can attach it to any tripod or any other support system you might have. Now the Link 2C comes in black and it comes in white also. Now in the box you also get the USB-C adapter and the USB-C cable, making it easy and simple to just connect to your system. It's plug and play all day, I'm telling you. Now, as far as image quality, that's all subjective to a degree. What looks good for you might not look good for me. But thankfully, you don't have to worry about that. Right now, you're looking at it. This whole review will be recorded on the Link 2C. It uses a 1.5-inch sensor, which is larger than most webcams in this price point. And with the larger sensor, it helps you capture more light, which should produce a cleaner image, especially if your lighting isn't perfect. You can record up to 4K resolution at 30 frames per second. And if you need 60 frames per second, you can go down to 1080p. And truthfully, most of us use 1080p when we're streaming or doing online stuff. 4K is really overkill. It's not really necessary. But, if you need the 60, you gotta go 1080. It is what it is, y'all. I don't know what you want me to say. The Link 2C also supports HDR. Me, I don't use HDR too much, but if you got a real bright background, I hear it's very useful. Now let's talk autofocus. The Link 2C offers a phase detection system, which is very clean, very accurate, and have given me no problems at all. I mean, the autofocus on this is amazing. If I could go right now and I know it's gonna do it off rip, no problem, fast, snappy, it's easy. So you don't gotta worry about the autofocus on this. You good. What I also like about this is when you turn it off, it turns off on its own. You don't got to unplug the cable or nothing like that. When you exit the software that you're using, it turns off on its own. Plus, it has a little shutter, privacy shutter, whatever you want to call it, that you can just click off if you want to. If you're extra paranoid, click it. Nobody can see you anyway. I wanted to make sure to tell you about the carrying case they sent me. This thing holds everything. The Link 2C, the magnetic mount. It also has the attachments for the mini tripod. I guess they got a tripod bundle that you can get, but they got all the attachments there to put it together. It's real simple and easy, as you see. Put that right there, Link 2C, and there you go. You got a tripod, and it also has legs. Ain't that crazy? It's pretty dope. It's easy. It's simple. And they got a little spot for you to put your micro SD card with a magnetic holder. Now let's talk about audio for a minute, because it's very important, obviously. Now this does have internal audio, and we're going to test it out real quick. It does include built-in microphones with AI noise cancellation, which helps reduce background noises. Like I said, we're going to do the test on them, and I'll just let you know my thoughts after that. But let's get into that right now. This is the Insta360 about a foot away. This is what it sounds like with music balance on. This is the Insta360 Link 2C, 1 2 1 2. Is this for you? Now you're listening to the Insta360 with voice suppression on. 1 2 1 2. What you're gonna do is the Insta360 for you. And now you're listening to the Insta360 in voice focus mode. 1 2 1 2. What you're gonna do is the 360 Link 2C for you. So now you're listening to the Insta360 Link 2C with a effect of a crowd in the background, an ambience crowd playing for my iPhone in the background. This is what this sounds like. You most likely hear me and the crowd behind me. So this is what you would call music balance mode. Now we're going to go into voice suppression mode. Now this is voice suppression mode, same distance as all the tests, about a foot away. And this is what voice suppression sounds with the ambience of a crowd playing behind me 1, 2, 1, 2. What you're going to do is the Insta360 Link 2C for you. All right. Now we're going for voice focus mode. Now, this is voice focus mode on the Insta360 Link 2C with an ambient crowd behind me playing on my iPhone, just to add a little noise to see what the suppression does. But this is what it is on the Insta360 Link 2C. Now, personally, I would say if you're going to use these things, please just get a dedicated microphone, because the onboard microphones for any of these systems, I don't care if it's this webcam or another webcam, most of them will not be as good as this. They're not going to sound as clean and professional. And that, at the end of the day, is what you want. Now, as far as the noise cancellation, that as well. If you can do it in post, please do it in post. And when I say post, I mean do it in while your video, you're editing your video, so that you can kind of tune it in, get it to where you like it, because once you bake it in, it's there and you can't change it. I would say they're cool. It's not the best. Most noise cancellations on these webcams or microphones usually aren't the best. You got a few that are okay, but I would say stay away from that. Let it be and just do it in post. Trust me. And that has nothing to do with Insta360 itself. Like I said, it's just across the board. That's just what it is. But it's there if you need it. And if you're going to use it, practice with it. See what setting is the best for you in what scenario. So then you're able to know when to use it, when not to use it, and how to use it. So don't just wait for that moment. That should be in anything though. Always practice. All right. Let's get back to it. It does do gesture controls, which does zooming, auto framing, and whiteboard. If you have a whiteboard, you can, it'll concentrate on the whiteboard, which I would have to say is pretty dope. I ain't gonna front. Right here, we come up here and hit gesture. Right here, you got auto framing, whiteboard, and zoom. I'm not gonna worry about the whiteboard. Like I said, don't have one. But there you go. All right, now to do your gestures, it's simple. For auto framing, you just hold your hand like this and you see it's gonna see me and then it's gonna do it. And to zoom, you go here, but you can't just do that. You gotta move up. And you see it came up, move down. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the gestures, but it's there. So let's move on. Now, it also has what people love is the background blur. And, people want this feature because it just makes it look more like a DSLR or whatever. But, it's there. So let's go into it again and see what we got. So for that, you're going to go into your effects right here. In your background blur here, you click on blur and you can pump it up. And now, I wouldn't do this at 100%, okay? Because as you turn your face, you might see some weird things going on the edges of your body or your face. This is too much. Bring it back real slight, like real slight. And truthfully, even with it off, I think it looks okay. But, maybe not. Bring it back to like 5%. You see, this is with nothing. Okay. And this is the blur at 2%. So I would say do it at 2% if you're going to. Just be careful you don't create no weird artifacts or some weird around you, because you don't want it to look crazy or unprofessional. But I would say 1 to 2% is good enough. You just want a little. You don't go overboard. Don't go overboard, please. Now, one thing you should know, the blur effect can work at 4K 30, but if you want to do the bokeh effect, you have to change it down to 1080p. So now I'm going to the bokeh, and this is at 100% for bokeh, okay? And this is nothing, and this is bokeh. Okay, and you can't see it too much because my background is pretty dark. But if you look, you'll see it getting blurry. Look back here on the top of me, them lights. If you look, I turn it off. It's very clean. Then bokeh, this is at 100%. Like I said, just be careful. It's not creating no weird things around your edges. And when you get it to where you like it, that's what you're going to do. Me, I'm going to turn it off because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, it hunts a little sometimes. So just use it sparingly, okay? But it is not, I would have to say, I kind of like the bokeh, but the blur isn't bad either. You also have these effects like this where you can, put yourself in all these places. And look, it actually cuts you out pretty good. It does a pretty good job cutting you out. So that's pretty cool. And if you have a green screen, it said green screen available. You can click on here and enable for green screen, and it'll do even better job. So it's pretty dope. And if you want, you can click here and bring in your own, background, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty dope. Let's see. Yep. You can bring in your own background. The good old Link 2C. All right, let me get out of here. And you have your filters, obviously your regular filters for your looks. I'm not going to mess with those right now because it's just going to mess me up. You have your makeup. I'm not putting no makeup on my face. Okay, just not. And you have your beauty. Now, all these things work in 1080p. The filters, the makeup, the beauty, all that stuff. So we got all that. And while we're here, we might as well stay here. Okay, if you click down here in the bottom, you see it has all your stuff for your images. HDR, your white balance, temperature, ISO, shutter, exposure curve, which is pretty cool. I don't mess with it, but it's cool. And your brightness, contrast, saturation, sharp. Everything you need to tailor in your look, okay? Because, the way it comes doesn't mean that's the way you want to keep it. You can make it look a certain way. I like my stuff to have more of a dramatic look. So as you see, this is my settings for my look. So you can zoom in here, zoom out. That's about it. You got your Phantom, your virtual camera, which I'm using right now. You can connect your mobile phone to remotely control the Link 2C as well, which is pretty dope. So down here, you got your auto framing, whiteboard, and desk view, record settings. You have a screenshot, which is pretty dope. I think that you can create a screenshot. Right here, you can record yourself if you wanted to. And right here, they have a teleprompter. And there you go. So it's pretty easy to navigate. It's a cool software, simple software. Again, plug and play. It all makes sense. And right here, once you dial in your previews, your scene presets or whatever, you can just load in a new one, call it what you want, and now you have a preset for your specific look. Now, I also wanted to showcase real quick on the Insta360 Link controller software, it lets you control what is called desk view mode. And it all going to basically depend on which one you have, the Link 2C or the Link 2. Now, the Link 2 is on a gimbal, so it's going to automatically do this on its own. And you can still adjust it if you want to. But the Link 2C is manual because it's not on a gimbal. So here we are in the software. And right down here, you see desk view mode. Now, if you hit this on the Link 2C and it looks upside down, because you have to do it manually. On the Link 2, it would do it on its own, and then you can adjust it a little if you want to. So let me adjust this real quick. So now you see I've manually adjusted it so that it's looking down towards my desktop. So if you wanted to have do a desktop mode, you can click on that, and it's automatically going to show your desktop. Now, you can change the angle, do what you want. Just wanted to show you quickly that in desk view mode, you can get a desk view mode, which definitely works out if you want to do some product reviews real quick right on your desk. It's a great thing. But like I said, on the Link 2, because of the gimbal, it's way easier and you can just adjust it on its own. It's a cool feature if you want to do some quick desktop view modes, and you don't have a top-down dedicated camera. You could definitely just use this. That software is called the Insta360 Link controller. So there you go. Now, even though this claims to have great low light capabilities, and I'm sure it does, but I'm not even trying to go there. Like, I know people sometimes they turn off their light and be like, look, it's only getting lit by the monitor. I don't believe in that. Yet you still need the proper lighting, okay? With all equipment, okay, you need proper lighting. Even if you bought an FX30, A75, whatever, you need proper lighting. So at least get a nice key light, okay? At least get a nice key light. 60 watts minimum. You don't need a lot of light. You just need some light. So 60 watts will be fine. Key light, softbox. You still want proper lighting, okay? Because it's going to help you out a lot. Trust me. I don't care for any camera, okay? This isn't just about the 360. Any camera. Just keep that in mind. So who is this for? This is for content creators, live streamers, remote workers, teachers, students, podcasters, even anybody who just spends a lot of time on video calls. The Insta360 Link 2C gives you a lot of high-end features in a simple package. Now, obviously, this isn't meant to replace your mirrorless camera. They didn't create it for that. But if you need something quick, compact, easy to use, 4K, and still has a nice clean image, this is definitely something you could possibly look at. For the money, it's a solid option, especially for Prime. You know, like I told you earlier, $99.99, this is going to go on sale, $99.99. I don't know for how long. You know, sometimes they be extending them Prime deals, but yo, jump on it if this is something that you need. So that's about it, y'all. Thank you, Insta360, for supporting the channel, for sending this out to me. I really do appreciate what y'all doing for the community. And other than that, if you're interested in this, make sure to check out the links in the description below. They help me out a little bit with no extra cost to you. So I would appreciate it if you use my links. Other than that, y'all, I'm good, I'm blessed, and I hope you are too. Subscribe, hit the bell on the side so you get notified on time. And like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out, y'all.